You know one thing I saw in that game last night? The Lakers played the Spurs in a back-to-back, right? And what was incredible about last night's game was not the fact that the score was like 6 million to 6 million. The fact that they sat there in that third quarter and watched Russ take the most vicious foul that anybody has seen this season. Came down on his head with an elbow and just stood there. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, just stood over like, now what? After cracking this man in the forehead with an elbow, he stood up and looked at him. And once he stood there and looked at him, after cracking that, he knew. He talked, Russ got up and pushed him, he's still talking crap. He didn't even care he came down with an elbow. Russ is leaking like a doggone faucet, splitting straight down the middle. And not one Laker, not one came to his aid and said, okay, they threw dude out. Damn. Okay, I get it. Not one threw him out. Not one said, you know what? This is what we gonna do. Somebody gotta get it. Somebody has to feel it. Now, because they didn't go with the somebody got to feel it mentality, everybody was forced to watch in awe as they sit there and take on and look at something that they probably just didn't understand. They didn't understand why everything went the way it did. Oh yeah, I bet the Lakers with 2.5, and I bet the over, which hell, because these are two of the worst defensive teams in basketball. You think they weren't finna go over the 232? No, the person that screwed up my sheet was the Dallas Mavericks, who was favored by 2.5 over Toronto. And they lost 105 to 100 over a stupid turnover that should have sent the game to overtime. But length was beating them. But I'm like, man, y'all ain't got no balls? I mean, the Lakers is so soft. Like, nobody hard fouled and nobody back. You know, they was like, it was just an isolated incident. Somebody got to feel it on the other team. This is what's missing from basketball. It's that team concept. They look like, man, I was on down between them. Like, they ain't got nothing to do with it. You feel me? I just think that's horrible. That's just borderline horrible. I can't honor that. You know what I'm saying? Can't honor that. I can't get jiggy with that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody supposed to be riding for me and it don't look like they riding for me. I can't get jiggy with that. I can't get jiggy with the fact that everyone who's available, everyone who's on that court is just playing soft. This is when you send your enforcer off the bench to get in that game and lay some doggone wood. Oh, LeBron had his best shooting day. Oh yeah, he got off tonight. The magnet ball was on for him because his reputation was in the toilet. And he's hoping everybody got short memories about what he said and did to Kyrie Irving. So that's that. Look, no one believes any of these people really have a chance in these situations. But let's get this straight. There's a lot of people out there that want to see everybody lose. They want to see L's across the board. Straight up. I'm not like that. Me, I'm a different individual. I want to see people play the game the way it used to be played. It was physical. Guys was actually able to poke somebody or push somebody without getting a 3-game suspension. You know, this Disney NBA that's out here, this is the reason why attention span is off of the game. There's no real, nothing to play for, really. Everybody's just so soft, nobody really cares. So you diluted the game for what? Because at the end of the day, you right back stuck in the same situation you was at before. You stuck in a situation where you trying to get viewership. You said the game was too dirty. Nobody liked it because it wasn't a lot of scoring. So you made it up where they could score a lot. Now everybody's scoring a lot, right? People still ain't watching the games the way they used to. Why is that? Well, we only promote 3 players in the damn league. You think the people that watch the NBA follow the records? Like, it's just a competitive league. It's not no dominant team, no runaway team this year. It's really competitive. This is probably the first competitive season the NBA has had. No, nobody looks at records. If you ask somebody what the hell was a team record right now, they couldn't tell you to save their damn life. Nobody looking at records because they know the records don't mean it in the first month of the season. You could be 2-11 and turn around and win damn near all your games in December and be right back in the mix. Okay, what people care about and what they focus on is the actual games. Who's playing who, the matchups, whatever. Kyrie Irving is getting all of this press due to his personal situation, and the NBA is using that and putting all the focus into that instead of marketing the game. Now you got Kyrie Irving. Will he be allowed to play? That's taking the attention on sports shows instead of the actual games. And there was some great games that went by that wasn't even being spoken of. But that's your commissioner's job. That's Adam Silver slipping at his damn job yet again. So let that sink into your pores. Let that get deep into your skin because it needs to. So that's what that's about. Russ get his head split and Darvin Ham talking about they should suspend Collins. That's the most softest thing, Darvin Ham, I've ever heard you say. Because you know damn well you would have not said that had you been a player and that happened to you. You'd have been circling the date y'all played the Spurs again. And you was going upside his head. That's not how the game was played. When you played, now it's we finna tell on people now? That's what we doing? Thought this was Watts. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it blows me to see that actually take place, you know, and I'm like, okay, I get it now. Well, before I didn't get it, I get it now. Because it don't really make any sense. Either which way you look at it, it doesn't make any sense. But this is people's fault. That's what this is. People's fault. And the reason that this is people's fault is because the people on the internet, they're basically the attention span of the NBA. They promote the game and they share it on social media. They let some people who like to kiss butt get access that shouldn't have access to games. And you got all these kiss asses in here walking around with badges and everything. And that's how it goes in all professions. If you kiss butt to get to the top, I don't want to go. If that's the route to the top, I don't want to go that route. They like, oh, you got to kiss some ass. No, I don't think you can. You want to get to that top. Smooch, smooch, baby. That ain't how I roll. That ain't how I roll. Not one bit. Now, here's the news. There's 15 other people that were on that in that game and in that situation right there with the Spurs and everything for 2 days. They knew all this stuff was going on. You can, if your role player, your 13th man on the bench, couldn't get in the game and lay some wood down on somebody, hard foul somebody just to let them know y'all ain't gonna just be hitting us like that. If y'all don't have nobody on your team that could take that hit, then I don't know what to say for y'all. Y'all just lost. Y'all whole team to me is over. It's over for. Now, take me for instance. I'm somebody who's been watching the NBA since the 80s. And because I've been watching it since the 80s, I understand everything. Like nothing gets by me that I've missed. I'm not delusional about anything. I get it. You see, other people, some people, or most people don't get it. I get it. I understand the business aspect of it. I understand the professionalism of it. I understand the game. But I also understand when a game's in trouble. And when you see a game that's in trouble and you start seeing things go down the way it shouldn't go down, then you should already know it's time. The writing's on the wall, man. People got to understand that in this life, it's like, what do you want to be? Do you want to be the person that's holding the bag at the end of the day? Because if you're a team, you don't let your teammate get hit like that. If you're a team, you don't let your homeboy get his head knocked off. If you're a team, you don't let your homeboy get punched in the side of the head. If you're a team, you don't let your homeboy get left. You know what I mean? So somebody got to feel it. Well, um, that's why I said it's a lot of different things going on that people are just not aware of. Now, let's take for instance, there is a an unnecessary amount of that's crazy. There's an unnecessary amount of people making decisions about how the game is played and changing rules. I don't like that. Many of y'all might like that, but I don't. There's too many people doing that. That's what Joe's supposed to be in there to stop the majority of this and let teams get back to handling problems. I don't think a suspension is needed. He was ejected for the elbow. He was trying to hit the ball. He actually just came across his head with a real hard foul, like Karl Malone on Isaiah Thomas. So he had just blocked the shot, and then he got the rebound. He went back up and got whacked and got two fouls and flagrant and everything else, and they just went from there. But let me address the Lakers fans real quick because they all excited because I made a video saying LeBron James was washed, and that was the last thing they heard was LeBron James was washed, right? All right, let me clarify for a lot of people who are watching right now. What I mean by that is what you want to know. When I say LeBron James is washed, it's how he plays the game. Okay, like today, the Spurs basically gave him and let him be in rhythm to shoot his shots. He got helped a lot along the way and drugged down to getting these shots. The Spurs are a team that's learning Pop's system. Really young team. Now, they're the worst defensive team in the NBA because they're trying to learn Pop's system. And Pop don't care. A lot of people think they're tanking, but they're actually playing good basketball. It's just that they don't defensively. They're not in sync, and the scores indicate when you're giving up 130, 123 a night. You're starting to see the results of this, of bad basketball play. And the Lakers gave up 130. They gave up like 148. It was clearly one of the worst defensive games I probably have ever seen. I've never made the over more comfortable in my life. So LeBron James should have had 50 tonight. That's how the game was going. So don't give me this LeBron is back crap and all this and yeah, he got it going now. Now he's here. So has he arrived? Is that what y'all want to do? He's arrived? Are you sure? Now don't wait till the next game and tell me the man who supposedly has arrived ain't arrived. AD took a rest day. So we're getting closer and closer to my 70 games. What was it, 75 games? Yep. So now he's missed two so far this season. But we'll see from, how everything plays out, which way is up. But all I want to see is some aggression, people. And oh yeah, my Cash App is Carcino. That's Carceno. For all those that want to know, all those that are interested, definitely hit up my Cash App. I appreciate it. All the love and support. Don't forget to follow at Kwame Brown Bus Life and at Kwame Brown Bus Life 2.0. Ticket TV, who still be ripping it and giving y'all the hardcore facts in the rawest form. Welcome to HD TV. He go from A to Z, from the titles. Seahawks, Jose Rodriguez. He opens up, tell you all about himself, and loves the Seahawks to the end. And they have been surprisingly better than I expected. Probably a lot of people expected, to be honest. I don't think anybody expected them to do what they're doing right now. Um, how everybody else see it, I don't know. For me, it's different because I'm looking at it through different eyes. I'm looking at it from a perspective of I want people to actually come together. How would I fix the NBA? Um, we'll do that probably on the Patreon. I've given some clues and ideas, but I'm gonna do that with my Patreon bunch because we're gonna talk about some other stuff. Like I told you, we got the killing of Michael Jackson Part One starting in December, and that's gonna kick off a lot of things. And we got some exciting breaking news. Like we kicked the month off strong, we always end it strong. So just prepare. You're gonna get it. Don't worry. God bless everybody. Good night. Wasn't supposed to make it this long, but nobody went to bat for Russ last night. I thought that was some whole shit, so I had to talk about it. I'm out.